here with the tutorial. So today it's all about them brows. If you've been struggling with how to fill your brows in properly, let me show you how. Today you will get to see my favorite things to use. And most importantly, it's a really short, easy to follow video. So if you're interested, I want you to keep watching. But first, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show me some love with a like. Leave me a comment with your little tricks and tips and tools that you like to use. But I want to thank you guys for coming by my channel today, and continue to watch. So first, I'm starting with my Becca Ever Matte primer. I like to put that in my T-zone because I do get a little oily in that area. I'll wipe over my brows just a little bit. It just helps them stay in place. And that's the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, I believe it's called. Get it out of Ulta or Sephora. And then I'm just brushing my brows up with the end of my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. And then I take the other end and I just begin to do short hair-like strokes to achieve, the brow that I want. You always want to start from the bottom, of course, of your brows. And in your brows, they should fade from light to dark. So the end point of your brow should always be darker than the beginning or front of your brow. And I really like this pencil because it has a very short, fine little end to it. But you see, I'm not drawing the brows on with just one stroke or a hard line. You're doing short little strokes because you want to make it appear that it's hair that you're doing, But I'm just doing it on both sides. And just remember, girls, your brows are sisters, not twins. I know we all use that saying, but it's the truth because this is very, very difficult to get them identical. They don't even grow identical. At least mine doesn't. But it's just those short hair-like strokes. You see my brows, the little brows that I do have, they grow in that arched shape. But you do want to follow the regular pattern of however your brows grow. Unless you just don't have any at all. Which some ladies don't. You just don't have any at all. Because, you pluck your brows after so many years and then the hair's just really kind of quit growing. But I'm just filling them in. It doesn't take long, ladies, once you get the hang of it. And I have a mirror that I'm looking in close and then one far back. You'll kind of see me alternate. Just trying to get them perfect. And then, I don't do very much filling in the front of the brow. If you find it difficult to get that faded or gradient effect, because your brow should go from light to dark. So if you find it difficult to have, you don't want them ever looking too boxy. I'm just showing you the brow, that it's the pencil I'm using, which is the Brow Wiz. And the color I use is Ebony. But if you have difficulty getting it, don't fill it in very much in the beginning. Use that spoolie end to brush, and it'll distribute that color very good. Now, one thing about achieving, a good, perfect brow is you want to use that concealer. After you fill them in with your pencil, you're going to use the concealer to outline the brow. And the best brush to use is just I use a little flat tip very small, skinny little brush. And my favorite concealer is that MAC Studio Finish NC30. And I'm just outlining the bottom of the brow. Now, sometimes, ladies, I might do the top. If I do the top of the brow, outline the top with concealer, it will be a concealer, most likely LA Girl, in my natural skin tone complexion, because you never want that halo brow or that halo effect. But when you are using concealer at the bottom of your brow, it should always be a little bit lighter, in my opinion. It just gives you the cleanest, freshly arched eyebrow look. You can see that NC30 is a lot lighter than my normal skin tone complexion, and it's just really gonna clean up those brows. And if it's time for them to be arched and you got a few little scraggly hairs that you just didn't get a chance to pluck away before you started the process, this NC30 by MAC, this concealer, it really will cover those up. Now, it ain't gonna cover up a whole bunch of hair, but it will cover it up. Now, you want to make sure that your brows are as close as your natural hair would grow as possible. So you saw me measuring where it should end. You see, you go from the corner of your nose, the corner of your eye, and where your brow should begin. That's how you can determine, how the length of...
There you have it, YouTube. That's a little quick tutorial on how I fill in my brows. The tools, just to recap, the items or tools that I use to fill in my brows. I started off with the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I get oily in my T-zone, so I put a little bit of that on my forehead and just a little in my brows before I get started. So I use that as my primer. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ebony Brow Wiz pencil to fill them in. I also use as my concealer to highlight the brows, give you that fresh arched look. I use you can use any concealer, any products. These are just what I use. These are I would say are my favorite. The MAC Studio Finish in NC30. I use that as a concealer under my brows. And then last but not least, and I don't think I got this on camera, but my final step is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. That kind of acts as like almost like when you finish curling your hair, you may spray some hold-in spray to lock in your style. This locks in the your brows so that they don't move. Okay, so that's it. There you have it. It's really simple. I set my concealer with a little bit of powder because I'm about to go in and just complete my face, do a full face. So if you like this video, I tried to keep it really short, really simple. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, give me some tips on what you ladies use. But whatever you do, continue to watch, keep coming back to my channel, subscribe. Kila B here.